You're gonna love my watch. This is the Hamilton Pulsar Smartwatch. Revolutionary design. Red screen, digital watch. You're looking at it, you see it, you're gonna love it. Beautiful gold frame. You're gonna love my watch. You're gonna love. You know who loves the watch? You know who loves the watch? Bob the Tomato. Bob the Tomato loves the watch. Even Larry does. You're gonna love my watch. We made this all the way back in 1972, but we're bringing it back. Swows. This is the greatest smartwatch ever invented. Ever in time. And it's the first one too. So you're gonna love it. Even this cow loves the watch. You gotta love it. You can buy the new Hamilton Pulsar smartwatch. It's so new, even though it's invented in 1972. $7.99. You can get it today. It's all yours. From the Hamilton Pulsar Company. You're gonna love my watch. Chip loves it. Dale loves it. He's gone now. Bob, Patrick, love it. Even Chick-fil-A as a company loves my watch. The Hamilton Pulsar is out now. New smartwatch technology. You're gonna love my watch.
Buy the Hamilton Pulsar watch now for only $7.99.
Nah, that clock, that watch has to be like 40 years old. We're not doing this. It's not even a smartwatch. It's just a digital watch. There's no, you know what? This ad sucks. I'm making a new one with the most up-to-date technology that we have. The biggest smartwatch that we have now. I don't want these ads on these dumb advertisements on my screen anymore. I'm gonna make a new one. That's what I'm gonna do. Because no, there ain't no way. Fake news being spread and all these ads, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing this. They have the nerve to call that a smartwatch. That is the Pulsar P1 limited edition from 1972, thank you very much. And that was not a smartwatch, that was the first digital watch. The first smartwatch that came out was the Sony smartwatch back in 2012. Already here I'm gonna have to do a fact check in editing because Sony's smartwatch wasn't technically the first ever smartwatch, but it was the first one that became popular and the first one that was actually widely used by a bunch of people in the world. The first smartwatch as a whole was the Seiko RC1000, which was the first watch that was able to hook up to a computer. But I don't want to make my ad around this Sony crap from 2012. I want to make it on a modern thing. And by a modern thing, I mean the Apple Watch Series 11. It has its own Vitals app. You can view heart rate. You can do all of these health things. The Apple Watch Series 11 has a lot of health benefits. You can receive hypertension notifications just by wearing your watch, groundbreaking insights grounded in science, and you can set up a blood pressure log. It also tracks your sleep. You can see here an example that shows possible sleep apnea. That's not good, but I mean, at least you get to know what it is. It gives your own sleep score, which a lot of phone apps do, but the fact that you can just do that from a watch is something very different. You can even follow your heart rate on the ECG app. It also has its own workout app. You can play music, and I'm guessing that goes to the AirPods considering it's an Apple Watch. There's even this guy named Ian. You may wonder though, like, does it even tell the time? With all of these crazy benefits, is there any way you can tell the time? And well, you can, right here. Well, with all of this information that we gathered, I think I'm ready to make my awesome advertisement. In a world where watch technology is better than ever, Apple presents the Apple Watch Series 11. Unlike the digital watches from 1972 and that stupid Sony piece of shit, this smartwatch tops them all. This smartwatch is more than just a watch. It can track your health, your sleep, and even your heart rate. The Apple Watch Series 11 has a battery life of up to 24 hours of normal use on a full charge. No, that's a lot of battery life, which is much more than Sony had in 2012. That stupid. The Apple Watch Series 11 comes in many colors. Space gray, silver, rose gold, jet black, which is basically gray, natural, which is also basically gray, gold, and slate, which is also gray, and gray, which is also gray. The Apple Watch Series 11 is not your grandfather's watch or grandfather's clock. You get what I did there. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. The Apple Watch Series 11 is now available for up to $700. Yes, that is the actual price if you get the titanium cover. That is $699. That's expensive. That is very, very expensive. So buy the Apple Watch Series 11 today at your local Apple store or online at your applestore.com, apple.com/shop/buy-watch/apple-watch. Side effects may include death, certain death, even more death, broken toenails, death, and bronchitis. This is the greatest watch on the market, and if you don't believe me, just ask Donald Trump.
You know, I personally think this is the best watch that I've ever had in my entire life. I've had it for 7 years, and it hasn't even been out for 7 years, so that's really saying something. You know, this is even better than the Sony watch that they made in 2012. And that was a piece of crap. I can't even lie. It was really, really bad. I make the best watches. I'm partnering with Apple as the president of Apple, the United States of Apple. That's what we're gonna call it from now on. America is done. We're making Apple great again. That's what we're gonna do from now on. It's gonna be all Apple. Apples everywhere. That's the only thing you'll be allowed to eat. That you're not allowed to eat bananas. We don't eat bananas. We don't, not even oranges.
Prices may vary based on location. Matter of fact, the liability is like $7,000. It is not my fault that there are 700 different types of grade as color options. I can't believe that I'm doing this voice just for stupid advertising for a stupid school project. Are you really slowing down the videos so you can hear my message just like the ones that they have on the radio? You have got to be kidding me. I am just saying about computer. None of this actually matters. I wonder what my classmates think about my booming voice. Other side effects may include eating without YouTube, death, and certain death in theaters January 2nd, 2036.
Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good.
The Yankee lose. The